I'm going to give you a warning, and I hope you're listening to me. Are you ready? Be careful with who you criticize, because you may end up criticizing God Himself. And I mean it. I mean, we live in a world where it is so easy to criticize people. Look at social media. Go to the comments section. See the poison that is dripping in the comment section. I can't stand it. I mean, some people think it's entertaining, but what do I see? I see people going down to the level of animals. Like because of the anonymity, like because they don't show their face and they don't show their names, they are so super mean to one another. And sometimes, you know, because of this, we live in that world that I meet some people, they're like self-appointed critics of the world, that they think that God appointed them to criticize. and they will just bash people left and right. And I'm there and I'm thinking to myself, is this what God wants? Because in the time of Jesus, there were self-appointed critics. Now I want you to know that they criticized Jesus. Now, who were these people? Hi, my name is Sanchez. Welcome to Full Tank, your place of inspiration. I pray that you will be so blessed as we share the gospel for the day. It's Mark chapter 3, verse 23. And you've got Jesus being criticized, hammered by religious leaders. Now, I want you to think of this. These religious leaders, they were close to God. At least they believed they were close to God. And every single day they were in the temple and they were praying and they were reading the text of the Holy Bible, at least the Old Testament. And so they saw themselves in that way. And yet, because of their pride and because of their insecurity, they criticized Jesus. They bashed Jesus. You know what they said in the gospel reading for today? They said, why is Jesus able to drive out demons? Why? Because of the power of the demon himself. So that's what they were saying. Now, the reason why I share that with you is because we cannot be so far off. We are people who it can be so easy, like when we experience some kind of success in our lives, it's so easy now to start looking down on people. It's so easy to look down on people who are different from us. And so what I'm going to share with you in a very practical way, how do we stop ourselves from becoming self-appointed critics like those Pharisees and those scribes and those religious leaders in the time of Jesus? How can we stop ourselves, prevent ourselves from criticizing Jesus? Because right now I believe that God is still moving. And so how do we stop ourselves from criticizing God's messengers, God's prophets, the work of God in this place? I'm going to share with you 3 things that you tell yourself so that you stop being judgmental and, you know, better than thou. Number 1, are you ready? Say this to yourself before you want to blurt out your judgment. Number 1, say, I don't know everything. And that's the truth. You and I were not omniscient. We do not know 1% of the situation. We know probably 0.00000 and a million more zeros, and then finally 1%. That's what we know of the situation. That's what we know of the person we're judging. That's what we know of his background. That's what we know of the thoughts that he's thinking. How dare we criticize when we know so little? And so say that to yourself always, always, always. I do not know everything. Say that. Second thing you need to tell yourself, I am not right every time. Because sometimes we're right. And we get cocky when we're right. And you get right 1, 2, 3 times and woo, I'm good. No, you're not right every time. Here's number 3. I am not everyone. I am not everyone. So number 1, I do not know everything. Number 2, I am not right every time. And number 3, I am not everyone. There are 8 billion people in this world. You know what? You may not like something. In YouTube, there's this dislike button, right? Dislike. And it's so easy to say dislike. But then it might be something that you don't like, but guess what? It's blessing other people, because there are different people with different needs and different desires, and it's serving them. And I remember I was reading this hate comments to Joel Osteen, one of a very popular preacher, you know, that he's, you know, just not preaching the right gospel, and that he's a prosperity preacher. He's like Bo Sanchez, and and I was telling myself, yeah, it might not serve you, and you don't like what he's saying, but you know what? So many thousands of people going through depression, you know, just receiving hope from him.